Thank you for staying with us. Now, after the success of Japanese manga adaptation blockbuster film Kingdom, Primeworks Studios is soon releasing the upcoming horror thriller movie Dendam Pontianak, which, you can tell from the title, circles around the story of the legendary Malaysian vampire. But I know what you're thinking. This might be just another vampire revenge story. Well, I can tell you one thing. It's uniquely different from the norm that we've been served before. Shafika Razali finds out why.
Vampiric ghost makes occasional appearance at Kampung Pisang. Now a string of horrific deaths and supernatural events have occurred. The plot is unveiled, but no one knows what's gonna end.
We knew going into it that there are so many Pontianak movies. So what would be the point of making another one unless we could attempt to do something different? And I think we've managed to do that.
This particular role in this particular movie is especially unique and interesting is because it was set in the 60s. So the feel of the Pontianak is more different. We've seen films and also maybe stories about Pontianak before where they've all worn white kaftans. But this Pontianak, for the very first time, we've seen her in kebaya.
The legendary folklore of the Pontianak is no stranger to the Malaysian film industry. But what's about it that makes directors keen to make a movie out of it?
This film attempts to sort of take a look at the tragic backstory and to give audiences a glimpse of what it's like from the Pontianak's point of view. We didn't really want to make a jump scare film. We wanted to make a film that was more atmospheric and that relied more on sort of mood and just overall creepiness. There has to be a point to the story. And with this film, like any other story I've tried to tell, there is a point to it, and there's definitely a message to take away.
Now, what's also unique about the film was that the character of Mina, the vampire played by Nur Fazura, needed to fill a certain criteria.
We wanted Mina to be someone who could be incredibly beautiful, like a femme fatale kind of character, but at the same time, especially when you kind of go into the backstory to sort of see her of who she was before she became this Pontianak, we needed someone who was able to balance an innocence.
For Nur Fazura, things weren't quite as calm during filming as she had a mysterious encounter with an uninvited guest during one of the shooting sessions.
Look at the abandoned house. She's like sitting at the veranda just staring at you right now. And I'm like, oh my God, do I look? Are you kidding? So I looked and he's like, looked, like directly, looked like carefully and take a long time. I'm like, okay. So I looked, I'm like, oh my God. So she was sitting there. This is like the veranda. She was sitting there. She was wearing exactly what I was wearing. I was wearing a white kebaya with sarong. She was exactly wearing that, but her long hair was covering her face.
Oh my God.
But she was looking at me. I think the real Mina was just watching. Yeah, she was just watching over me, I guess, and also making sure that I did my good job.
Apart from the ghost encounter, there were other challenges on set.
But the hardest had to be being in the rain constantly till like 4, 6 a.m. I think that's the hardest for me. I've never felt the cold as that much on set. Yeah.
The lead actress also shared her experience working with Mina's love interest, Khairul, played by Malaysia's sweetheart, Remy Ishak.
It was just amazing. I would want to work with him again. And especially there were times, because I was recently married, so there were times then when Remy had to touch me, we had to hold hands, whatever. So obviously I had to call my husband and say, this is happening. You know, of course, being actors ourselves, both of us, we understand that. So my husband was like, yeah, okay, it was needed, you know. So I said, it's okay. Remy, boleh, patah kata okay. So, but even before he even touched me or anything, he goes, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, sorry Faz, Remy pegang ya, okay, tak apa, boleh. So he was very respectful in that way.
Reza.
Mati.
Fazura also shared some pointers that would definitely make you want to watch the movie.
You want to hate her, you would feel like you're going to the movies to watch Pontianak and you're going to hate Pontianak. She's going to be the scary one in the white kaftan and everything. But really, there's more to it. There's a story about her. It's a story about falling in love. It's a story about, hoping to be loved for the rest of your life, hoping to be the only one. But sometimes life doesn't work that way. Life just does not work that way, and sometimes promises are broken. Sometimes you're left disappointed and heartbroken. And unlike some people, maybe they would deal with it differently, but Mina definitely dealt it in a very different way. This movie is going to help you understand and get to know Mina and the character of Pontianak and understand her story and why she came back for revenge, why she wanted to redeem herself and also to protect her son. So I think to all mothers out there as well, I think you know what I mean.
It's going to be a great ride, and I hope you come to see it.
Dendam Pontianak will haunt Malaysian cinemas beginning September 12. Shafika Razali for 7 Edition.
Kalau tak, jasadnya saja kat dalam tanah tersedamkan dendam.